At the end of the Wildfire Tornado video, I showed you all something. A teaser. If you watched all the way to the end, you would have seen Wildfire_1. Wildfire was never meant to start with a storm. Every blaze begins with a spark. See, Tornado wasn't the first of the Wildfire line. It was just the first one you all seen. It was just the first one I showed. The first one to be complete. But every Bey needs inspiration, needs a purpose, needs an origin. This is that origin. This is the start of it all. This is Wildfire Spark. Alright, let's talk about what Wildfire Spark actually is. The setup is simple. 360 taper. Right spin, bounce type, of course. Now, you'll notice that the chip sticker is missing. I do have the art for it, and I am working on getting that taken care of. But I'll go ahead and show you what it is supposed to look like here on the left. Honestly, I'm not going to pretend that I had some perfectly engineered plan for every part here. What I can tell you is that balance felt right for what Spark was supposed to be. Something that could hold its own and adapt. And taper fits that perfectly because it literally transitions between movement patterns mid-battle. It's not locked into one style, and neither is Spark. Now, here's the thing about Spark though. Its story is short. Really short. It only shows up in one episode. Episode 1. For one battle. It doesn't walk away from it. Spark loses to Takumi. And if you know anything about him, well, he doesn't just beat Beys. He breaks them. Spark gets crushed, and that's it. One episode, one battle, and one ending. And somehow, that makes it stick more than Beys that lasts way longer. Now, let's give credit where credit is due. The team behind Wildfire Spark is a little bit smaller than Tornado's was. Really, only one part needed to be printed this time. However, I did have Mikato Drago draw the whole concept art for Wildfire Spark itself. And the 3D modeling was handled by someone new to the Wildfire line, Kamanchaka. I do apologize if I brutalized that. I am very sorry. I know I asked you how to pronounce it. Which is a different modeler than Tornado's. However, they delivered. And actually, I do have DMs from where me and Cam were figuring out the modeling process together. And they did give me permission to share them. So thank you for that. And let me just show you a little bit of the progress here. The ratchet and bit are standard pre-existing pieces, so no extra credits there, but big shoutouts to Mikado Drago and Kumanchaka. Again, sorry if I mispronounced that. Without them, Spark simply would not exist. Now, before we actually get into the battling, I do want to showcase the weight of both Wildfire Spark and Wildfire Tornado, so you can see them both, and as well as a random grabbed Beyblade X official combo. So we are actually going to start off with Night Shield here, which I believe is 380 needle, which comes out to 41.60 grams for the total combo. Up next is going to be Wildfire Tornado's weight for the full combo, which I do believe is 50 grams on the dot. And of course, Wildfire Spark comes in at an impressive 58 grams on the dot. Wow, this thing is heavy. I cannot wait to see this thing get into battles, so let's go ahead and get right into that. But before we get on with the video, I would like to take a moment to thank our sponsor, BeyBricks.com, where you can go and pre-order the brand new CX-17 of the Unicorn Bey. I can't remember its name right now. As well as still get pre-orders on the BX-49 Drone Strike set and the UX-19 Bullet Griffin set. You can still grab yourself the Storm Spriggan X over Bey, as well as still pre-order CX-16. The rest of the CX expansion is already out, but you can still grab them, and if you use code BEYMASTER16, you will get yourself 7% off at checkout. Once again, that is BeyBricks.com. Alright, we are here at the stadium. We're doing 3 battles today up against Wildfire Spark. Up first is going to be Stock Wizard Arrow going up against, of course, Stock Wildfire Spark. Let's see who would win. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Now for Spark, first ever launch with Spark. 3, 2, 1, 2. Oh, I don't even know what happened there. That was insane. Second battle. 3, 2, 1, 2. Alright, get Spark in there. Go shoot. Oh! Round 3 score is 2-0 for Spark. 3, 2, 1. Wait for the impact. Ooh, nothing strong on that one. Okay. Good hits, good hits. Good contact, honestly. Oh, and a burst. Ooh, let's go. For our next matchup, we are going to be doing Wildfire Spark Stock Combo versus a mock-up of Stone Mount Blanc, which is just stock Night Shield. So let's see who would win. Alright, 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Alright, get Spark in there. Wait for the impact. Ooh, good hit. Fins, but it did not last long. Over finish. Point to Wildfire Spark. Alright, round 2. 2 points to Wildfire Spark so far. 3, 2, 1, shoot. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Oh, instant over finish. This thing is strong, dude. And for our last and final matchup, we are throwing Wildfire Spark up against Wildfire Tornado. The first versus the most recent. Let's see who would win. Alright, round 1. 3, 2, 1, go shoot. Ooh, solid hits for both. Good contact. Ooh, good knockback attack, but it did not send Spark into the pocket. Let's see if the left spin can Tornado in this. That is a spin finish. Point to Wildfire Spark. Round 2. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, solid contact. Okay. We'll get to see some good knockback from either of the Wildfire Beys right now. I'm telling. Okay, chipping away at its stamina. But will the left spin come in and save it this time? Ooh, it does. 1 point to Wildfire Tornado. 3, 2, 1, shoot. Ooh, good contact. Stopping an extreme finish right there. Both Beys are tilting. Can Spark knock out some stamina from Tornado? Oop. Stabilizes and knocks down Tornado. 1 more point to Wildfire Spark. Alright, round 4. 3, 2, 1, solid contact from both Beys right off the start. Good knockback, just the wrong direction. Tornado stabilizes, but for how long? Ooh, I think that was a good old tie right there. I'm going into round 5 now. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, both missed, but there is contact there. Come on. Ooh. Both bays fighting over control of the center. Who will take it? Tornado looks pretty unstable there. One more point. Spin finish to Wildfire Spark. Alright, we are now going into round 6. 3, 2, 1. Go. Instant extreme finish. 3 points to Wildfire Spark. Let's go. After a damage report, I am happy to say that the custom 3D printed clear plastic plate is still intact, as well as the Bey itself. There is little to none damage on this Bey, minus a few bits of paint smearing from Tornado's assist blade, but other than that, it is in perfect condition. Wow, I was not expecting those kind of attacks from a balanced Bey, but that does bring the question, if this is what the first Wildfire Spark, or what the first Wildfire Bey could bring to us, what's the next one gonna bring? You'll just have to find out in the next one of these. Thank you all so much for watching. Remember, be safe and Bey away. Peace out.